We've only been able to choose our race numbers for the last 2 years. Before that, it was basically where the team finished in the championship. Number 22, the main reason is because I won the World Championships with that number in 2009. So obviously some pretty amazing memories from those days. When I was growing up, I watched Formula One, and I used to watch Ayrton Senna, Alain Prost. And they were, funny enough, they were actually racing for McLaren back then. And it's probably one of the best eras to grow up and be a kid and to watch Formula One. Massive inspiration. So they were sort of heroes, but not as much as my dad was. That my dad made my career, basically. I started racing at 8, and my dad used to stand out on the circuit and tell me where to drive, which racing lines to take. And, in those days we didn't have enough money to go professional racing, but he worked hard so that we could go racing every weekend, and he's the guy that went out and found the sponsors and the manager that took me through to Formula One. Pressure doesn't really affect me in that way, because I started at such an early age. You learn things a lot quicker at an early age. I am confident in my ability, and you understand your surroundings at speed at 8 years old. It's my 16th year in Formula One this year, which is scary because it feels like I started yesterday. Some people will like your style of driving, others won't. I, for example, loved Alain Prost, the way he went racing. Ayrton Senna, I knew he was passionate about the sport. He was a very aggressive driver and was probably quicker than Alain Prost, but Alain Prost could still beat him. They called him the scientist, the professor. He was a very intelligent driver. It's so interesting to hear the stories and see how you compare to that individual that you really looked up to as a kid. I really do think I based myself on him as a kid growing up, driving style. He was a really inspirational individual. My special win was winning in Suzuka in Japan, because it's a circuit I watched Ayrton and Alain racing on in the 80s, fighting for a win. And I was able to win there just in front of 2 other world champions. Formula One is all about aerodynamics. As soon as you've got these big wings on the car, pushing the car into the road, they work at different positions. It's so technical, and that's a part of the job that I've learned over the years, and I've loved that when you talk to the engineers and the aerodynamicists about aerodynamics. I mean, an aerodynamicist would look at that now and go, are you kidding me? First of all, the driver can't see anything. And that's not really doing much, because this car never went in a wind tunnel. It was a lot of engineers thinking, well, this probably would work. The technology's come so far. Every year they limit us on what we can do. There's a limit of how far we can push downforce. Most circuits have long straights, so we need an efficient car, something that's slippery in the wind. And that's exactly what you need on a bike. It's all about efficiency. It's about getting in that correct position where you're at your strongest, and it's about the frame, the wheels, the helmet all working together as one to fight through the air. When I watch the old footage from sort of 30, 40 years ago of the tour and when they do time trials, it's hilarious, the positions they're in, and the handlebars up here, and it's amazing that we didn't realise back then how important it was to be tiny to get through the air as quick as possible. People say, what scares you the most in life? And I think for a lot of sportsmen, it's failure. It's not succeeding at what you think you're good at. I really went through some difficult times to get into a competitive car. It took me 8 years before I found a car that I could win races with. You need lightning reactions. The start, you're reacting to the lights going out, and it's 0.18 of a second. And that's what gives you the buzz, the adrenaline rush in a Formula One car. And that's just you on your own. Then you've got to throw the other cars around you. It's an absolute mess. I mean, your brain is just firing in every single way possible. In that period of time, that's when you realize what sort of person you are. When I crossed the finish line in Brazil, when I won the World Championship, everything was going through my mind. You think back to hundreds of races that you've done, and you think of what you've gone through, the good times, the bad times. Things are just flashing up in your mind of what's happened to you in your career. It's amazing how much can go through your mind in a split second.